Hey there, and welcome back to another episode of the Daily English Talk podcast. I'm your host, Emma, and I'm so glad you're here with me today. Let me start with a simple but powerful question. Can watching English YouTube videos actually make you fluent in English? Sounds easy, right? But the real answer might surprise you. Because millions of learners around the world are spending hours watching English videos every day, from vlogs and cooking shows to TED Talks and tutorials, hoping to get better at speaking. But does it really work? Or are we just fooling ourselves? Well, in this episode, we're going to break it all down, step by step. We'll explore what really happens when you watch English videos, how to make it actually improve your speaking, and what most learners are doing wrong without even realizing it. So, whether you're just starting out or you've been learning English for years, stay with me. This episode is packed with insights, real learner stories, and practical tips you can start using right now. So, go ahead, grab your coffee or tea, put on your headphones, get cozy, and let's dive into this journey together. Because by the end of this episode, you'll know exactly how to turn watching into speaking fluently. Let's get started. All right, let's begin with something simple yet powerful. Why has YouTube become the go-to place for learning English? Well, think about it. It's free, it's available 24/7, and it's filled with an endless ocean of content. But more than that, it's personal. You don't have to sit in a boring classroom or follow a fixed curriculum. Instead, you can learn through what you love. Into fashion? There's a channel for that. Obsessed with gaming? There's English content everywhere. Love cooking? Just follow your favorite chef and pick up phrases while learning recipes. Prefer storytelling or daily vlogs? You're covered too. And here's the beauty of it. You're not just learning the language, you're learning through the language. You start picking up real expressions, how people greet each other casually, how they joke, how they pause, laugh, explain, react. And guess what? It doesn't feel like studying. It feels fun, natural, effortless. But hold on a second. Just because something is easy and entertaining, does it mean it's truly effective? See, this is where things get interesting. Many learners believe that watching English videos for hours every day will automatically make them fluent. And yes, in some ways, it does help, no doubt about that. But here's the real question we need to ask ourselves. Are we really learning or just watching? Are we listening to understand or just letting the words pass by like background noise? Because there's a big difference between watching English content and learning from it. And in the next chapters, we're going to dig deep into that. We'll explore how YouTube can be your greatest teacher or just another distraction, depending on how you use it. So stay with me because we're just getting started. Okay, let's be real for a second. This is where so many English learners unknowingly fall into a trap, and it's one I've seen over and over again. They sit down, open YouTube, watch English videos for hours, and then wonder why their speaking hasn't improved. Sound familiar? If you've ever thought, but I'm watching so many English videos, why am I still struggling to speak fluently? Then this part is just for you. The truth is, not all watching is equal. There are actually two kinds of watching, and only one of them helps you move toward fluency. First, there's passive watching. This is what most people do. You hit play and just sit back. Maybe you're lying on your bed, scrolling your phone, eating a snack. The video is playing, but your brain is half asleep. You're hearing the words, but not really listening. You're seeing the subtitles, but not absorbing the language. You're watching, but not learning. And here's the thing, it feels good. It feels like you're doing something productive. But honestly, you're just being entertained. There's nothing wrong with that. We all need to relax. But passive watching will not make you fluent. It's like trying to learn how to swim by watching someone else dive into a pool from your couch. Now let's talk about active watching. This is where the magic happens. Active watching means you're fully present. You're listening carefully. You're noticing tone, pronunciation, even emotion. You're pausing the video, repeating sentences out loud, even mimicking the speaker's accent. You become a shadow, copying every word, every sound, every pause. Let me give you a quick example. Imagine you're watching a vlog where someone says, "I was totally freaking out. I had no idea what to do." In passive mode, you hear it, laugh a little, and forget it 2 seconds later. In active mode, you pause. You say it out loud. "I was totally freaking out. I had no idea what to do." You repeat it 3 times, matching the rhythm, the stress, the feeling. You maybe even write it down in your notebook. That one phrase, now it's yours. Next time you're surprised or panicked, you'll remember it and you'll use it. Active watching turns you from a viewer into a speaker. It's no longer just input, it becomes output. And output is where fluency lives. When you actively engage, your brain starts connecting sounds to meaning and meaning to usage. You begin to think in English, and slowly, you stop translating in your head. Think of it like learning yoga. You don't get stronger by watching yoga videos every day from your bed. You improve when you actually move your body, stretch, breathe, and practice consistently. Same with English. YouTube can be your yoga mat, but you still have to do the work. So here's my challenge to you. Next time you watch a video, pick just one sentence that catches your ear. Pause it, repeat it 3 times. Say it like the speaker. Feel it in your voice. Do this every single day, and you'll start noticing real progress, not just in your understanding, but in your speaking confidence. Remember, watching is easy. Learning takes intention, and fluency, that's a reward for those who engage, not just observe. We'll talk more about how to build this habit, but first, let's look at what parts of your English actually improve when you watch YouTube the right way. Stick with me. All right, now let's dig into something super important. When you're watching English content on YouTube, what's actually happening inside your brain? What skills are you really building? Because here's the truth. Even if you're not studying in the traditional sense, your brain is still working, still observing, still collecting patterns. But which parts of your English are improving? Let's break it down. First, listening comprehension. This is probably the biggest benefit of watching English videos. You get exposed to different voices, accents, and speaking styles. Sometimes fast, sometimes slow, sometimes full of slang. Think about it. 1 minute you're watching a British travel vlogger. Next, you're listening to an American podcast host. Then a Canadian chef is teaching you how to bake banana bread. Each one sounds a little different, but over time, your ears get sharper. You start catching the rhythm, the melody, the flow of real English. It's like tuning your ears to the music of the language. Second, pronunciation. Now this one is gold. When you hear native speakers talking, you're not just learning what they say, you're learning how they say it. The stress, the tone, the emotion. You begin to notice how some words are stretched, while others disappear completely. For example, did you eat becomes did you eat? I don't know becomes I don't know. By listening and especially repeating, you train your mouth to move like an English speaker's. It's not about having a perfect accent, it's about sounding clear, natural, and confident. Third, vocabulary. Oh yes, YouTube is a treasure chest of real-life vocabulary. Not the boring robotic sentences from your school textbooks like, "This is a pen," "That is a dog." Instead, you learn real expressions like, "I'm running late." "That's insane." "Let's catch up sometime." "It blew my mind." These are words and phrases that people actually use every single day. You pick them up from context, you hear them in conversations, and slowly they become part of your vocabulary too. Fourth, cultural awareness. Now this one is often ignored, but it's so powerful. When you watch real people on YouTube, not actors, not scripts, just real humans, you start to understand how English is used in real life. You see how people greet each other, how they joke, how they show emotions, how humor, sarcasm, politeness, and body language all play a role. This helps you not just speak English, but connect through it. Because fluency isn't only about words. It's about knowing when and how to use them. But now, here's the secret. Even after all of this, the listening, the pronunciation, the vocabulary, the cultural learning, there's still one skill that doesn't improve automatically. Any guesses? Speaking. Yes, the one thing everyone wants the most is the one thing YouTube doesn't directly give you. You can't learn to speak by just watching. It's like watching someone lift weights and expecting your muscles to grow. You have to speak, out loud, often, without fear. So if you're watching YouTube and wondering why your speaking still feels stuck, now you know. But don't worry. In the next chapter, I'll show you exactly how to turn YouTube watching into real speaking practice with tools, tips, and techniques that work. So stay tuned because this is where the real fluency starts to happen. Okay, let's get real. So far, we've talked about how YouTube can boost your listening, vocabulary, and pronunciation. But we also discovered something important. Watching alone won't make you speak. And that's what most learners really want, right? To speak English confidently, clearly, and naturally. So now the big question is, how do you turn all those hours of watching into real speaking practice? Well, grab your notebook because this part could change the way you learn forever. Tip 1. Shadow the speaker. Have you ever heard of something called shadowing? It's a simple but powerful technique. Here's how it works. You play a video, could be a vlog, an interview, a scene from a movie. You listen to one sentence, then you repeat it immediately, like a shadow, following the speaker's voice. Same words, same speed, same emotion. It might feel silly at first, but it's amazing for fluency. You're not just repeating, you're training your mouth, your memory, your rhythm. It's like learning to dance by copying the moves in real time. And guess what? With practice, you'll start to feel the language, not just understand it. Tip 2. Pause, imitate, repeat. Another technique I love is the pause and speak method. Here's how you do it. Play a short part of the video, maybe 5 to 10 seconds. Pause it. Now say the exact same sentence out loud. Match the tone, the pronunciation, the feeling. It's almost like you're acting, stepping into the speaker's role. Don't just say the words, perform them. This builds your speaking confidence, trains your accent, and helps you remember full phrases instead of individual words. Tip 3. Speak about the video. This one's super underrated, but it works wonders. After you watch a short video, try this challenge. Close your eyes, take a deep breath. Now, explain what you just watched in your own words. You don't need to sound perfect. Just talk out loud, even if you're alone. For example, so in the video, this guy was explaining how to make a pizza. First, he made the dough, then he added the toppings. Boom! That's speaking practice. Real, self-made, and powerful. You're not copying anymore, you're creating. Tip 4. Record yourself. Now, I know this might feel scary, but trust me on this. Recording yourself is one of the fastest ways to improve your speaking. Try this. Watch a 2-minute video. Pause it. Then, turn on your phone's voice recorder. Summarize the video in your own words. When you listen back, you'll notice what sounded natural and what didn't. You'll also see your progress over time, and that's super motivating. Even 30 seconds a day can make a difference. Tip 5. Speak what you learn. Let's say you learned a new phrase in a video, like, "I'm not sure, to be honest." Instead of just writing it down, use it in your own sentence. Maybe say, "I'm not sure what I'm doing this weekend, to be honest." This is how vocabulary moves from your notebook to your mouth. Here's the big idea. You don't need a speaking partner to practice speaking. You are your own best speaking partner. Use your voice while watching. Talk back to the screen. Repeat, mimic, explain, improvise. Make YouTube your practice ground, not just your entertainment. So let's do a quick recap. Shadow the speaker. Pause, imitate, repeat. Explain the video in your own words. Record yourself. Use new phrases in real-life sentences. If you try even one of these techniques today, your English will start to shift. And if you build it into a habit, even just 10 minutes a day, you'll be amazed at how much more natural your speaking becomes. Because remember, fluency doesn't come from watching, it comes from speaking. And you have the power to make that happen. Okay, now let's talk about something simple but seriously powerful: note-taking. I know, the moment I say take notes, some of you might feel like you're back in school, scribbling boring grammar rules on lined paper. But here's the good news: this isn't school. And your notebook, it's not just for notes, it's a toolbox for fluency. Let me explain. Why even take notes from YouTube? Because when you write something down, your brain says, "Oh, this is important. I want to remember it." Watching a video is great, but if you want to keep what you've learned, you need to capture it. But here's the trick. We're not writing down everything. We're writing down the right things. So how do you do it smartly? Let's walk through it. Tip 1. Write full phrases, not just single words. Don't just write confused. Write, "I was totally confused by what she said." Because when you remember full sentences, you start speaking in real, natural English, not word by word like a robot. Fluency comes from phrases, not vocabulary lists. Tip 2. Highlight tone and feeling. If you hear a sentence like, "You've got to be kidding me," write it down, but also note the tone. Was it angry, surprised, funny? This helps you understand how emotion works in English, which is super important when you speak. Try saying it out loud too. Feel how the words move through your voice. Tip 3. Use your own words. After you write a phrase, challenge yourself. Can I say this another way? This forces your brain to think in English. It also helps you build flexibility, so you're not stuck memorizing just one version of a sentence. Tip 4. Create your own replay list. Every time you watch a video that teaches you something useful, save it. Create a special playlist on YouTube. Name it something fun, like My Fluency Fuel, Speak Like a Native, Daily English Shots. Come back to this list again and again, because repetition is what makes new words stick. The more you revisit, the more natural it becomes. Tip 5. Review notes weekly, not just once. Choose a time, maybe Sunday morning or Friday night, to flip through your notes. Try speaking a few of the phrases aloud. Close the notebook and see if you remember them. This turns your notebook into a living, breathing part of your learning routine. Remember this: a notebook isn't just paper. It's your personal English diary, a reflection of your growth, a space where fluency begins, one phrase at a time. So next time you watch a video and hear something useful, don't just let it float away. Catch it, write it, use it. That's how you go from being a passive watcher to a confident speaker. And in the next chapter, we'll talk about the best kinds of videos to focus on, the ones that will truly take your English to the next level. So stay with me. We're getting closer to fluency, one step at a time. All right, we've talked about watching, we've talked about speaking, we've even talked about taking smart notes. But now, let's talk about something that most learners never think about, and it makes all the difference. What type of YouTube videos should you actually watch if you want to become fluent? Because here's the truth: not all English videos are created equal. Some will help you grow fast. Others might just waste your time. So how do you choose the right ones? Let me walk you through it, like a guide leading you through a maze of YouTube content. 1. Conversation-based videos. These are your gold mine. We're talking about casual interviews, English-speaking vlogs, podcasts with subtitles, real-life chats on the street. Why are these great? Because real conversations show how people actually speak. Not slow, robotic textbook English, but the natural, relaxed, expressive kind. You'll hear things like, "You good? What have you been up to? No way, that's crazy." These phrases are short, simple, and full of real emotion, perfect for fluency practice. 2. Storytelling videos. Storytelling. This is one of the most powerful ways to improve your English. Think about channels where people share personal stories, life lessons, or even bedtime tales in English. Why does it work? Because stories help you remember context. You're not just learning words, you're feeling them, living them. When you connect with a story emotionally, your brain holds on to the language longer. Try this. Watch a story, then retell it in your own words. Boom! Vocabulary, grammar, and speaking practice in one go. 3. Educational English channels. Now, of course, don't forget the channels made just for English learners. Some of the best include BBC Learning English, Speak English with Vanessa, English Addict, Real Life English, and Rachel's English for pronunciation. These channels break things down in simple ways, especially if you're a beginner or intermediate learner. They often include subtitles, slow speech, examples, and exercises. So whenever you feel stuck or confused by fast native content, these channels are your safe zone. 4. TED Talks and public speaking. This one's for you if you're at a higher level or aiming for professional communication. TED Talks are amazing for improving clear pronunciation, vocabulary for ideas and opinions, formal sentence structure, confident tone. Plus, they're inspiring. You learn English and get life lessons at the same time. You can slow them down, add subtitles, or even pause to repeat powerful lines. One of my favorite lines from a TED Talk was, "Vulnerability is not weakness. It's our greatest measure of courage." Beautiful, right? You can quote lines like this and sound fluent and wise. 5. Daily life and lifestyle vlogs. Last but not least, don't underestimate casual, everyday content. Things like a day in my life vlogs, travel diaries, grocery hauls, morning routines. Why are these important? Because they teach you everyday English, the kind we use all the time. I just woke up. Let's grab some coffee. I'm running late. This is my favorite face wash. These aren't in grammar books, but they're everywhere in real life. Now, what should you avoid? Let's be honest, some videos are entertaining, but they're not helpful for fluency. For example, videos with no dialogue at all, over-edited content with fast cuts, sound effects, and zero explanation, content where people speak too fast or use way too much slang. Remember, we want clarity, context, and consistency. Don't just follow the trend, follow what helps you grow. Your personal viewing strategy. Here's a quick guide you can follow. Beginners, use educational channels plus subtitles. Focus on listening and repeating. Intermediate, add vlogs, storytelling, and lifestyle content. Practice shadowing and summarizing. Advanced, include podcasts, TED Talks, and native-level interviews. Focus on nuance, tone, and public speaking skills. So here's the takeaway. The type of video you choose matters more than how many you watch. One powerful, well-chosen 5-minute video watched actively is better than an hour of random content playing in the background. YouTube can either be a window into fluency or just another distraction. It all depends on how you use it. And in the next chapter, I'll share exactly how to adjust your watching strategy based on your current level, beginner or intermediate, so that every minute you spend watching helps you move one step closer to speaking confidently. Stay with me. So, you've got your YouTube open. You found a cool English video. But now what? What should you do with it? Should you just watch, take notes, try to speak? Well, it depends, because how you learn should match where you are. That's why in this chapter, we're going to break it down into 2 groups, beginners and intermediates. If you know your level, this part will be super helpful. And if you're not sure, don't worry, you'll know by the end. For beginners, start simple, build confidence. Let's say you're just starting out. Maybe you understand a little English, you know some words, but sentences still feel hard. Native speakers sound super fast. That's totally okay, because at the beginner stage, your main goal is confidence and clarity. So here's your 3-step focus. 1. Short, clear videos with subtitles. Look for channels that speak slowly, use clear visuals, offer subtitles in English. Great examples: BBC Learning English, Speak English with Mr. Duncan, or English Class 101. Watch each video twice. First, with subtitles. Second, without them, just listening. You're training your brain to match sound and meaning. 2. Repeat what you hear. Yes, out loud. This part is so powerful, and so many learners skip it. When a speaker says, "I'm going to the store," pause. Repeat after them. Try to say it exactly like they did. This is called shadowing, and it improves your pronunciation faster than anything else. Don't worry about sounding perfect. The key is to get used to speaking. 3. Learn small phrases, not just words. Many beginners try to memorize word lists, but real fluency comes from knowing chunks of language, like, "How's it going? Can I help you? That's a good idea." These are real-world building blocks, and you hear them all the time in YouTube videos. So, if you're a beginner, focus on clear input, repeat out loud, learn useful phrases. That's your fluency foundation. Now, let's turn up the volume a little. For intermediate learners, time to level up. All right, maybe you're not a total beginner anymore. You understand most videos without subtitles. You can have basic conversations. You've watched hours of English content. Great! Now it's time to go deeper. Because fluency at the intermediate level means expanding your vocabulary, speaking with more confidence, thinking in English, not translating. So, here's what you should do. 1. Watch native content without subtitles. Yes, try it. Challenge yourself with vlogs, interviews, short documentaries, casual chats. At first, it might feel hard, but guess what? That struggle means you're growing. Try watching without subtitles first, then turn them on and check what you missed. Then watch again and repeat key sentences. It's not just watching, it's training. 2. Speak what you watch. Here's a fun trick I love. After watching a short video, pause and pretend you're the speaker. Say out loud, "So, today I went to the market and bought some fruit." Even if you're just copying, you're building speaking fluency. Later, try adding your own details. Change the story. Talk about your day. This is the beginning of thinking in English. 3. Write a 3-sentence summary after every video. This is a small habit, but it makes a big difference. After each video, write, "What was the video about? What new phrase did you learn? How would you explain it to a friend?" This builds your writing, your grammar, your memory, all at once. You can even record yourself saying the summary, and boom, now you're practicing speaking too. So, if you're intermediate, challenge yourself with native videos, speak out loud often, summarize and personalize content. This is where the magic happens. One last thought. Growth feels uncomfortable. Whether you're a beginner or intermediate, remember this. Learning a language isn't always smooth. Sometimes your brain feels tired, sometimes the words don't come out, sometimes you feel like you're not improving. But trust me, that's the moment you're actually growing. Fluency is not a straight road. It's a messy, wonderful journey. And YouTube, when used wisely, can be your favorite travel companion. So, wherever you are, keep going. Your future fluent self is already proud of you. So here's a question for you. How much time do you really need to improve your English every day? 1 hour? 2? Nope. Let me tell you a little secret. You can actually make real progress with just 10 minutes a day if you do it right. Yes, just 10 minutes. Not scrolling, not watching random videos, but following a smart, focused routine. So in this chapter, I'll walk you through a simple 10-minute YouTube routine that will boost your listening, vocabulary, and speaking, all at once. Ready? Grab a notebook, let's break it down. Minute 1. Choose wisely. Don't waste time searching. Before your practice time begins, have a playlist ready. Create a folder or bookmark called Daily English. Fill it with videos you enjoy that are 3 to 5 minutes long, clear and natural, related to topics you love, travel, cooking, lifestyle, news, whatever excites you. Remember, enjoyment equals motivation. Choose content that makes you smile and learn. Minute 2 to 4. Active listening, not passive. Play the video, but not like a regular viewer. This is training mode. Here's what you do. Turn on English subtitles. Listen sentence by sentence. Pause often. Repeat key lines out loud. Focus on the speaker's pronunciation and rhythm. It's okay to replay the same part 2 or 3 times. This is like going to the gym for your ears and mouth. You're not watching, you're absorbing. Minute 5 to 7. Speak it out. Now, here comes the fun part. Turn off subtitles, play a short section again, and repeat everything out loud. This is your shadowing practice. Try to match the tone, match the speed, match the emotion. If the speaker says, "I can't believe it," you say it exactly the same way. Feel the emotion in your voice. This builds natural fluency, the kind that helps you sound confident and native-like. And don't worry if you mess up. That's part of the process. Minute 8 to 9. Write and remember. Now, pause the video and write down 1 new phrase you learned, 1 sentence you liked, One thing you understood from the video. Example. New phrase, I couldn't care less. It means I don't care at all. Favorite sentence, life is about moments, not money. Summary, this vlog was about a guy who quit his job and started traveling. Writing helps you lock in what you learned. Minute 10, say something in English. Now, close your notebook and speak for 1 full minute. Just talk out loud to yourself. You can say what the video was about, what you liked, what you learned, how it made you feel. This is your output time, the final step that turns watching into fluency. You're not just practicing English, you're using it. Even 1 minute a day builds confidence like you wouldn't believe. Why this works. Let me tell you why this 10-minute routine is powerful. It trains your ears, it builds your speaking muscles, it teaches you real expressions, it helps you think in English, and it's easy to stick with. 10 minutes is short enough to do every single day. No excuses, no overwhelm, just real, focused practice. Pro tip, do it in the morning, right after you wake up, before scrolling social media or checking messages. Let English be the first thing your brain hears every day. It creates a mental rhythm, and your whole day feels more focused. So, tomorrow morning, don't just press play. Press purpose, and give yourself 10 minutes to grow your English in a smart, fun, powerful way. You've got this. All right, we've talked a lot about how powerful YouTube can be for learning English. But let's be real for a moment. Not everyone who watches English YouTube videos becomes fluent. Why? Because there are some common mistakes that stop learners from making real progress. And the truth is, many of us have made at least one of them. So in this chapter, I want to shine a light on the top mistakes English learners make on YouTube, and, more importantly, how you can avoid them. Grab your mental notebook. This part could change your learning journey forever. Mistake 1, watching without a goal. You open YouTube, click on a random video, watch a few minutes, then jump to another one. Sound familiar? This is called random watching, and it's like going to the gym with no workout plan. You don't know what you're building, so you build nothing. What to do instead? Before you click, ask yourself, what do I want to learn today? Am I watching to improve listening, vocabulary, pronunciation? Set a goal, then choose a video that matches it. Even just one video a day can bring amazing results if it has purpose. Mistake 2, only watching subtitled videos. Yes, subtitles are helpful, especially in the beginning, but if you always rely on them, your brain never learns to listen independently. It becomes a habit, and you might notice you read more than you listen. What to do instead? Start with subtitles. Then turn them off. Watch the same video again without text. Try to catch the words on your own. Your ears will get stronger with practice, like a muscle. Don't be afraid of missing things. That's how you grow. Mistake 3, no speaking practice. This one's huge. So many learners watch English for hours, but never open their mouth. They understand, but can't speak fluently. It's like watching swimming videos for months, but never jumping in the pool. What to do instead? After watching a video, talk about it out loud. Even if it's just, I liked this video. She talks really fast. I learned a new word today. Speaking daily, even to yourself, builds confidence. Remember, fluency lives in your mouth, not in your mind. Mistake 4, watching too many teachers. Yes, YouTube has thousands of English tutors and coaches, but jumping between 10 different teachers in a week can be confusing. Each has a different style, method, and accent, and your brain struggles to follow one path. What to do instead? Choose 2 or 3 channels you like. Stick with them for a few weeks. Let your brain get used to their rhythm and method. Familiarity leads to better understanding, and better understanding leads to faster fluency. Mistake 5. Treating it like Netflix. Okay, confession time. Have you ever told yourself, "I'm learning English," but you're actually just watching travel vlogs and cat videos for an hour? It's okay, we've all done it. But here's the thing. Entertainment equals learning, unless you're watching with purpose. What to do instead? Yes, it's great to enjoy the video, but ask yourself, did I learn any new phrases? Did I repeat any lines out loud? Did I write anything down? If not, that was just entertainment. Still fun, but not learning. So mix both. Enjoy the content, but use it smartly. Final thoughts. Be a learner, not just a viewer. YouTube is a goldmine for English learners, but only if you use it wisely. Avoid these 5 traps: no goals, overusing subtitles, zero speaking, too many teachers, Netflix-style watching. Instead, become a conscious learner. Plan, speak, repeat, reflect. And slowly, you'll notice you understand more, you hesitate less, you feel confident while speaking. And all that started with one YouTube video used the right way. So there you have it, my friend. Watching YouTube can absolutely help you become fluent in English, but only if you use it the right way. It's not about watching more. It's about watching smarter. It's about turning every video into a learning opportunity. It's about showing up every single day, even when it's hard, even when it feels slow. Fluency isn't a moment. It's a journey. And guess what? You're already on that path. With every word you hear, every sentence you repeat, and every time you try, you're getting closer. So don't stop now. Keep listening. Keep speaking. Keep growing. Because one day soon, you'll look back and realize, wow, I really speak English now. And it all started with a simple choice: to learn, to believe, to begin. Thanks for spending this time with me today on the Daily English Talk podcast. I'm so proud of you, and I can't wait to see where your English journey takes you. Until next time, stay curious, stay confident, and keep speaking English. Take care, and see you in the next episode.